All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 25 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGChen24, and today we're going to be continuing on with the grind of the multiplayer program. So yesterday, I didn't make as much progress as I wanted to, or as I've done in the past. Um, it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Uh, I was on tilt, as they say in poker, after hearing about Alonso signing with the Orioles and the Mets not even making an offer to him. That definitely got under my skin. Um, and the whole Edwin Diaz and Brennan Nimmo, and this team is entering a rebuild at this point. Um, it just had me flustered beyond repair. But now that I've had over 24 hours to think about it, and also with some alcohol from the Christmas party yesterday, um, I've calmed down now, and I think I'm ready to grind this and not be so doomsday today. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still don't have a lot of faith. That's not the issue. But I'm not all doom and gloom like I was yesterday. So it's an improvement. We'll say that. So with that said, how about we get right into it? Let's see. Yeah, so far this looks good. So you say David Stearns needs to be fired? Look, he came in 2024. He didn't necessarily have the roster that he wanted, so I'm willing to give him a chance to build the roster that he wants. All I ask for is a plan, okay? Because that's what I was demanding yesterday. What is the plan? Because you don't have Brennan Nimmo, you don't have Pete Alonso, you don't have Edwin Diaz, and you missed out on Robert Suarez, who just signed with the Atlanta Braves. So the Phillies are back to full strength, basically. The Braves just strengthened their bullpen. What are the Mets doing? Because it just seems like all they've done is try to replace Diaz with Williams. Oh, and they added Marcus Semien, too. Okay, so fine. They added a defensive second baseman, but a guy who is in his mid-30s at this point, and his bat may be gone. We don't know. I would hope that, next year maybe his bat does come around. But I better see it. Otherwise, he's nothing more than a bench glove. That's all he is. What's up, SP Champ? How are you? So, David Stearns, I want to see the plan.
Off the plate, ball one.
But then again, I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of faith in David Stearns right now.
That's ball two.
Because I also look to his decisions from last offseason. I mean, no, he doesn't deserve credit for signing Juan Soto. That was because Steve Cohen stepped in. But who he did sign? Well, let's see. He re-signed Sean Manaea to a 3-year, $75 million deal. He also signed Clay Holmes, which that worked out well this year. He also signed Frankie Montas to a 2-year, $34 million deal, and he only had, 4 or 5 starts for the Mets? Maybe not even. Oh. And he's certainly not coming back. So, pitching-wise, I don't have a lot of faith in David Stearns right now.
Ball, that's in.
Now, you mentioned Paul Goldschmidt. I heard that too, along with a platoon with Jeff McNeil. So, so McNeil, who I don't even think cracked 20 home runs last year, now we're putting him in a position where he could be a platoon against righties while Paul Goldschmidt gets lefties. I don't even know if that's the plan. I mean, that's just all I heard, but if that's the way we're slugging this out, you know, here's the important thing. David Stearns needs to sell this team to the fans. All right? Steve Cohen wants to make money. He wants the Mets to be profitable next year. He's got to sell tickets. And right now, as it stands, not a lot of Met fans are interested in buying tickets. And it's not just about the tickets either. Okay, those fans are also going to buy food, drinks, merchandise. Okay? I mean, right now, some of these fans are trying to shop for their fellow Mets fans, their family members who are also Met fans. They're trying to shop for them, and what's the point of shopping and getting Mets merchandise if the team is going to stink? Because as of right now, they stink. Like, I would even say that they're way worse than the Miami Marlins.
Leading off for New Jersey.
I'm sorry, and I hate to say that because they have Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor. But two guys are not enough. And if they're just going to pitch around Soto, then Lindor is going to have to pick up the slack.
No ball, 2 strikes.
So, I need to see some kind of movement.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I need to see some kind of plan. Otherwise, I consider 2026 a wash. And the sad part is we can't tank for a high draft pick because the Mets are over the luxury tax. You know, thank you, Frankie Montas. Thank you, Sean Manaea. Not saying that those guys are the reason for it, but they're part of it. They're part of it whether they like it or not. They don't care because they get their money. Sean Manaea gets $25 million for this year for only pitching half the season and not exactly being good at it. So, that's all I ask is, David Stearns, what is the plan? Come out and say what the plan is. Don't give me some workaround answer that says, oh, well, we're looking at a few things, we're trying to do this. No. Be honest. What is the plan? Yes, it absolutely is. Because right now, I don't see the vision, and I need it laid out for me. Otherwise, I'm not even going to bother going to Citi Field next year. And that should be a problem for Steve Cohen, because ticket sales, like I said, are very important. They're the reason that the Mets can even generate a profit. You know, it's a business. It really is a business.
Out.
Batting ninth.
If
the
you're
center
not
fielder.
profitable in it, I mean, yeah, you could write it off as tax. You could write it off as a tax, or as a tax, cut or whatever. Or well, not cut, but you could write it off your taxes, sure. But what does that do for the fans? You know, they can't write off the Mets stinking as a tax write-off.
Now batting, left fielder, Sensei. Snyder.
So, we'll see what happens. Yes. Yes, I will.
Now batting, right fielder, Seiya.
Because to me, that was one of the most exciting closer entrances in the game. It got me pumped, thinking that the ninth inning, here comes Edward Diaz, and this game can be over. Not saying that Diaz was perfect, not saying that, but he was as close to one of the more dominant closers in the game as the Mets had since, I would argue, Jerry's Familia.
Foul. That ball's foul.
Hey, Dodgers didn't have to sign Diaz. Although I will say, and I've heard a lot of other people say this, so I know this is a common opinion, while I don't blame Diaz for going to the Dodgers, I will say that the excuse he offered for
0-1's the count.
being, the excuse that he offered for being upset with the Mets, with Williams signing, I said this yesterday, Mets don't owe him anything. If they want to sign Williams, they can sign Williams. They don't owe it to Diaz to explain what they're thinking with the signing. So, how was my Christmas party? Great. I had a great time. I saw a lot of my coworkers. We had fun. We drank. So, it was fun. I'm glad I went. So I think I got one hit out of all that. That's sad. Who was my one hit? Jose Altuve with the double. That's right. And I couldn't even score him in. So. Oh, by the way, if you hear something, what sounds like a fan blowing or something, that's just my heater that's going right now. It's I needed to turn it on because it's pretty cold here. It's pretty cold in the room. How about we not ask questions that we don't want the answers to? I also would not encourage. I don't want to talk about the alcohol because then I'm encouraging. Because it seems like I'm encouraging drinking, and I know a lot of my audience is underage, so I do not want to get into that kind of trouble. So, just let's just say I drank, okay, and that's about as far as I'll put it, or as far as I'll go with it.
Runner. Hey. All one's the count. Ball one. One ball, two strikes.
There was a coating. I did get a coating up here. It's further north than where I am. That's where the snow really is, in the mountains of New Jersey.
Now pitching. John Sherlock.
But as far as where I am, other than like a coating, we didn't really get that much snow. So I heard it was going to be Sunday. It was going to be Sunday with a lot of snow. Yeah, smart idea. I mean, I would argue that my area starts to see more snow in like January or February. Yeah, of course. People are making their way to the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree and everything. So, yeah, there are a lot of people, and I'm annoyed by it because they're all in my way. They're all in my way, trying to figure out where it is.
Ball, that's off the plate.
You know, some of them, Fox is on the way as well. So, you know, they have a big Christmas tree, and a lot of people are like, is that the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree?
Hey. One ball.
Well, I'm feeling all right now, but I'm assuming you're asking something more. You're asking me about something else. How do I feel like Pete Alonso? Look, I knew he wasn't going to come back to the Mets. That much was very clear. Okay? Unless they made him a big offer. But the Mets were not bringing him back. As much as I would have liked for him to come back, he was not coming back. You know, I'm just shocked that, you know, all these analysts said, oh, he'll be lucky if he gets 4 years, and the Orioles are like, screw it, we'll give him the 5, and we'll pay him even more than Kyle Schwarber. So, all that talk, you know, about him, oh, he's not going to get more than 4 years, he's not going to be paid more than Schwarber. Well, they were just proven wrong by the Baltimore Orioles.
Hey. All one's the count.
So, the question now is, where do the Mets go from here? That's the real question. And I don't have an answer for that. I wish I did, but I don't. Is that an official trade, or is that just talk?
He's out.
Yep. And Nimmo. Can't forget about Nimmo.
Leading off for New Jersey.
And it's so funny because all these radio personalities that I'm watching on Facebook Reels and everything, they're like, oh, well, all these Mets fans, you know, these guys aren't winners. They didn't win anything. Really? They didn't win. So they didn't win the NL wild card against the Brewers. They didn't win the NLDS against the Philadelphia Phillies, who no one expected them to even do that. And they came within 2 wins of a World Series against the Dodgers, bringing them close, the furthest into any playoff series than any other team has done so in that playoff.
The third baseman,
taking them to Game 6. The Yankees only went to Game 5.
All one.
So, Nimmo is on the Rangers. He got traded to the Rangers for Marcus Semien. I didn't say Semien was bad. I mean, his bat definitely needs to improve, yes. Was he still like a solid second baseman? Yeah, and that's something the Mets lacked last year. They didn't have a solid second baseman. Yeah, keyword is he used to. But that's the downside to growing old. You know, you're not as good as you used to be. No? You kidding me? He's been benched, and the Jets have started Tyrod Taylor and Brady Cook, their third string quarterback, over Justin Fields. Justin Fields is done. Quite honestly, all 3 quarterbacks on the Jets are done. They're not going to lead the Jets in the future. The Jets are clearly trying to get a QB now. Whether that be Mendoza from Indiana or the QB from Oregon. They need one of those 2 guys. If they can't get one of those 2 guys, then their rebuild is going to be screwed or put off for another year. I always joke that the Jets will get to the Super Bowl when Joe Namath dies. I don't know. I mean, could be good, could be absolutely horrendous. I don't know. But the Jets will only make the playoffs when they have a competent rebuild. And what I mean by that is they need this owner, their owner, Woody Johnson, to be patient with them. They also need their GM make the right draft picks, since now you got 2 first-rounders this year. If you can't trade them for a higher pick, you'll definitely want to make the right selections there.
Leading off for New Jersey, the shortstop.
Don't just force a QB pick just because. If the talent is not there, it's not there. Don't force a pick.
The center fielder, Jacob Marcy.
And they also need Aaron Glenn to be a competent coach. He probably should have. But I guess let's let this game play out. I mean, if the trade deadline wasn't a thing, maybe the Jets could trade Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields to the Colts. Maybe they can make something out of them, because they made something out of Daniel Jones this year, which I was surprised about.
Leading off for the Tigers, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. Now pitching, Tanner Scott.
That's brutal. Man is out for the season and yet gets that, or has his number taken away. For a veteran who hasn't even played in the NFL in years. I don't disagree, but the problem is you cut them and you pay them all that money. I mean, how is that going to improve the Jets this year? That's the thing.
Counts 1-0.
But it would also be an immediate tell by the GM, the Mets GM, or the Jets GM, that he made a mistake signing Justin Fields. If I know, well, I don't. But if I'm willing to guess how football executives, NFL executives act, I'm willing to guess that a lot of them are egotistical, and that they are not so willing to admit that they made a mistake. They'd rather let the contract play out and cost the team money rather than cut bait and understand that, or cut bait and admit that they made a mistake. Nice. Enjoy them. In fact, you're going to get to enjoy them for the next 5 years. Lucky you.
0-2 is the count. 3. Ball 1, no strike.
But I'll never see another finest Beetle. Sorry. I'll never see another finest Pete Alonso in a Mets uniform. I'll never see another finest Edwin Diaz in a uniform, and I'll never see another Brandon Nimmo finest.
Batting 7, The left fielder, Cody Bellinger. Now pitching.
Nope, that's inside.
Chapman.
Inside, ball 2.
Not only that, in a few years, probably never going to see another Juan Soto Mets finest card. But I guess I got to enjoy the years that, he is on the Mets.
Batting none. The left fielder, number 10, Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones making my life a living hell. Exactly. Yeah. That's why the Mets need someone to back up Soto. If they don't back him up, no one's ever going to pitch to him. He's just going to get walked. And then I think he'll end up with one of the most he'll end up as one of the most walks in a season, yet with the least amount of runs scored, if they can't find another big bat.
Right there on the tag. Out.
But the Mets also need pitching, because if they don't get another pitcher, they're just going to be giving up 5 runs a game. And at that point, what does it matter how many run if they have a big bat? If they don't have a pitcher who can limit that, then there's no point. You see, David Stearns essentially just created a worse situation for himself than he did last year. Because now he doesn't have a big bat to get behind Soto. He doesn't have any pitching other than he lucked out with Nolan McLean. And he has an even worse bullpen than he did last year, or this past season. Which I didn't think that was even possible.
Shortstop, Ray Turner. Now pitching.
Ball inside.
Batista.
Runner, yes. Ball. He's safe.
All right. So the stolen base, I know when I get back to the menu, whether I win or lose, I'm going to have the stolen bases. So that's good news. Do I have the runs? I may not. I mean, I didn't get any runs in the last game, so I do have 2 here. And if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wants to help me out here, no, he does not. Alrighty, so 2 runs it is. Oh, actually, did I complete something? Other than the stolen bases, did I get 100 runs? I did. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, that explains it. Because I did the math in my head, and I knew that if I had the runs, I knew I was going to get the stolen bases, but if I had the runs, then I was going to get 40, and that was going to put me at 312. Sure enough, that's what it did. Now I have all these extra cards here that I could sell. So we got Tony Stone, Judy Johnston. I think those are the first 2 we'll sell. Okay. And I know I had another Felix Bautista. Oh, wow. Look at that. Holy crap. And then I think I also had Matt Olson as well from the Braves. Oh, I have Austin Riley here too. So I better sell him. 8999. Yeah, here we go. Here's Matt Olson. 10498. And is that it? Other than the cards that I oh, Tyler O'Neill, that's right. And Sandy Alcantara. Alright, so I gotta sell those cards first. $18,799. And then we go to Cardinals for Tyler O'Neill. 17,697. And there we go. Someone already just bought Austin Riley from me. And of course, I also have these cards too, so a lot of progress. Definitely the kind of progress that I was hoping to make. But now I can't steal any more bases because they're done. Total bases, do I have I mean, I could get another 25. There we go. Someone just bought Tyler O'Neill from me. Home runs, I mean, that's going to be tough, and that's only 15. And someone just bought Felix Bautista. People are nuts. But if someone's willing to pay that price, what am I to stop them? I could also do the hits, but I would need 40 of them. That's going to take some time. Runs, I just got the 100, so if 150 is going to take some time. So, all right, it may be a while before I make any more progress. Unless I have a really good game. If I get matched up against someone who's willing to help me out and I'm willing to help them out, then we could get some of these missions done. You know? Just like, I guess it was my first game or one of the early games when I started grinding this program. I scored like 29 runs and my opponent scored 28. Something like that. But I got the mission. I got it. So we'll just see. Let's see, I need to figure out how to sleep with your knee brace, otherwise it'll blow on. Good luck. I really don't have any advice for you on that. Sorry, I've never worn a brace before. I've had casts on, like I've slept with casts, yes, but I've never slept with a brace before. Actually, I did wear a brace, but that was only like during the daytime. It's not like I slept with it or slept with it on my wrist. Attaboy, Trey Turner. And Jacob Marcy.
Ball one. That's a ball.
Yikes.
2 balls, no strike.
Shit. Hold on, I think I'm getting a phone call. A third home run? Wow. Gosh. Hold on. Good, Kevin. How are you? Sorry. I couldn't get to my phone before you started leaving a message. What's up? Sorry, that was work calling me and
Now pitching.
telling me that they
Hader.
needed to make a change tonight. So my Mets coworker, he didn't want to face me tonight. He knew I was going to complain about the Mets, so he
Ball,
called
that's
out.
inside. Aye. That's in. Ball 2. Ball, that's in. 2.
Batting 6, the second base. Jose Altuve. Now pitching. Felix. Bautista.
Good setup.
Nope. That's inside.
Jeez. Well, that's okay. You know what? I'll take 3 home runs and 2 singles.
The left fielder, Pete Armstrong.
No balls, 2 strikes.
How do you get... How do you get a base hit with Pico Armstrong?
Runner. Nice. 0-2 is the count.
I made a mistake. Got him. Alright, so I didn't necessarily get him out at first, but I did get him out at third. Think you're getting sick again? Oh boy, that's not good. Dang, man.
Now coming into
Bringing in Bryce Harper.
Harper.
That's a ball. Hey.
Ow. How do you not swing at that? Oh my gosh.
He's out.
Leading off for New Jersey, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Well, I'll put it this way. At least you're getting sick 2 weeks before Christmas. Or the holidays, whatever you want to... I don't want to assume your religion or anything, but I'm guessing that you celebrate Christmas.
Barger. Now pitching. All rolled in. Chapman.
Ball, that's in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Even my cough has been kind of non-existent today. Now, granted, I have been asleep for most of the morning. Okay, not most. The entire morning. I had to get back on my overnight sleep schedule. Yeah, I went.
What do you got?
Now batting, the center fielder, Jacob Marcy.
Okay, I didn't want to assume religions. That's all. You know, truth be told, I don't know what you look like outside of, or I don't know what you look like. So, you know, and even if I did know, it's not like I could assume. Because, you know, you could be whatever religion you are. So, you know, I just didn't want to assume, that's all. And no, it's not diversity, equity, inclusion. No, it's not that. It's more of just wanting to respect other religions. I mean, I myself am Christian, so I celebrate Christmas. Yeah, I can't wait to see that from my niece and nephews when they get older. Because right now, well, neither one of my nephews are born, and my niece, it's not her first Christmas, but she's still not old enough to understand the concept of Christmas. Although, there's the cough. Although, my sister did have her try to take a picture with Santa Claus, and to say the least, my niece was not very happy with it. In fact, she was terrified to the point where she was crying. So Santa does nothing for her right now.
Ball, that's out.
But he will. He will very soon.
That ball's foul.
Strike 3. Sit down. I will say that I did get my niece a gift card to the Disney store because she loves Disney right now. So that's, and they're going to be going to Disney World eventually again. So might as well just get them a Disney gift card. Let her pick out whatever toy she wants or whatever doll she likes. She likes Minnie. She likes Minnie right now. When I'm having trouble with things and much about tinker, so.
Runner!
Two. No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for the Wolves, the catcher, Cal. Raleigh. Now pitching. John Durham.
Ball, that's inside. Two balls, no strikes. Out. Inside ball.
The batter, the designated hitter, Nick Kerr.
Ah, no. Damn it, I should have left that alone. Oh well.
Leading off for Abu Dhabi, the center fielder, Carlos Beltran. Now pitching, Mason Montgomery.
That ball's foul. Aye. No balls, two strikes.
Nice.
No, he's out.
I did it too soon, but I'm not sure it would have mattered anyway. Achoo!
Ball, that's off the plate.
No, just under. Damn it.
Now coming
Juan
into
Soto.
pitch, Juan Soto.
Oof. Just oof there. Big oof. Oh, you're kidding me. Got him though. Okay, I guess we're going to extras, so we're not done yet. Uh-oh. It's just, little niece said,
Leading off for New Jersey, the second baseman, Jose.
she did a flip, or, well, the instructor, the gymnasts instructor, helped her do a flip.
Ball, inside.
Bellinger should be.
The batter, the left fielder.
Now bring in the lefty.
Cody Bellinger.
Yep, Alvarado.
Now pitching. Jose Alvarado.
Hey!
Which,
You're out!
that developed. I thought that was going to develop too slowly. Dude, you can't just take out a pitcher. You got to face 3 batters with it. Only faced 1.
Hey! 0-1.
Oh, go home. Doesn't matter. He's probably going to get thrown out anyway.
Leading off for the Eagles, the second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Ball, that's low.
Strike 3, sit down.
The left fielder, number 4, Pete.
I don't have any more lefties, so. Still. Yeah, I shouldn't probably push it with
Now pitching.
O'Day.
Jerome.
Nice.
Leading off for the Wolves, the right fielder, Addison Barger.
Counts 1-0. No, he's in there.
I don't think that's going to be a double, but hey. Take it. Their single probably scores them.
Hey! 0-1's the count. Yep, I got him. Take your base.
Now pitching. Tanner Scott.
Ball 1, no strikes. He's out.
All right, Cal Raleigh. Again, you cannot take out a pitcher after 1 batter. And now you just loaded the bases for
Now batting.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
But you lucked out. Dang it.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Nick Kerr. Pinch hitting, number 12.
Why not? It's DH, so it's not like I lose anything.
He's out.
Leading off for Abu Dhabi, the center fielder, Carlos Beltran.
Runner, he's going, he's going. Hey!
Because I reacted so poorly.
Oh, and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two to count. The count's full.
Ah!
Runner, runner, runner. Foul ball. Out. He's safe.
Ugh! Dang it. Corbin Carroll's too fast.
Now pitching, Roderi Munoz.
All 1. Safe. Yeah. I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner, runner, runner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
The first baseman, number 3, Ryan Harper.
Inside, ball 1. Runner, yes, yes. Hey! Hey!
Dang it. Uh-oh. Are you sure you'll be back? Look, if you gotta... If you're in urgent care, don't worry about it. My stream will go on, so go get the whatever care you need. Ow! That was practically in the dirt. That's how this game ends. Ah. Dang, I fought so hard, too. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay, talk tomorrow then. 6 more home runs gets me 15. Then forget about freaking 100, because there's no way I'm getting. Runs, I need 150. Otherwise, I got to rely on strikeouts, and even then, I'm only going to get 5 if I get 50. Yeah, now we're getting into the tougher portions of the program, which is... Sorry, I just wanted to check something. The tougher portions, which require a lot more stats. Dang, that's just not the way I wanted to lose an event game. Like, I would have been fine if it was a hit. You know, it still would have sucked, but at least my opponent would have earned it. I'm not saying they didn't earn it in that game, but because after all, they did come back from being down 3-0 after the first inning. But still, never want to win a game on that. Oh, what's going on social media? Probably nothing.
Leading off for New Jersey, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
And Trey Turner gonna go deep. And my opponent is done just after that. Wow. 1 home run, that's all they could take. All right, well, I got Hank Thompson. Who I could sell because I already have him. 6, 7, 5, 9. Is Biz Mackey like a chase back award? Yeah, he is. That's why. Okay. I was just curious. Alright, so I am 35 program stars away from finishing this up. Home run helped me out. That could get me, if I could get to 50, that'll knock off 15, and at that point I'll only need 20. Or I could get total bases, that'll knock off 25, and then I'll just need 10 after that. Which, that could even be that. just getting on base in ranked seasons. Like I think I could do that. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Total bases and home runs. Because I don't know about the runs. I mean, 44 runs, that's a lot. Especially in event games. So unless someone's willing to help me out here, 44 is going to have to be... Ugh. I'm going to... 44 is going to be a lot. Ooh, a full Hall of Fame. I actually like that.
Leading off for the Wolves, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
Either way, today was great progress. I kind of figured we were going to get great progress anyway, but today was really good.
Batting second, the center fielder, Jacob Marcy.
Aye. Ball, that's out. That's ball 2.
Why did I swing at that? Come on. Gotta be smarter.
Counts 1-0.
Even hits like that can help. You know, I didn't check my progress on hits, but every little hit helps.
That is six, the designated hitter, Nick Kerr.
Even the cameraman's trying to catch the ball. I love that. Because I think actually what I've seen at Met games is that they've tried to avoid the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball in. Full count. Ball 4. Take your base.
Hey, I'll take a walk.
Now pitching,
Doesn't bother me.
Rodgeri Munoz.
Ooh, excuse me. That's my lunch.
No ball, 2 strikes. That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 2-2 to count.
Bases loading, yet couldn't drive a single run in. That sucks. I think there's a new player program that's coming out tomorrow. So we'll have to see which one that is. Maybe it's a Jeff Kent. Well, no, because they would have already done a Jeff Kent program. But he'll likely be in the game next year. After all, he's going to be part of the Hall of Fame class. So I fully expect that Jeff Kent will be part of the game next year.
Hey! 0-1. He's out.
Leading off for New Jersey, the left fielder, Cody Bellinger. Now pitching. Josh
Off the plate, ball
Hader.
1. Ball, that's out.
Bellinger, yes, sir, with the home run. Obviously, I would have liked that with the bases loaded, but I'll take a home run now.
Ball.
And another home run, this time by Matt Chapman. Let's go. That's 8 total bases right there, plus the 2 hits that I had in the first inning. So I think that puts me at 10. 10 for this game.
Ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Nope, that's a ball.
Ooh, just missed.
Now pitching. Felix Bautista.
Aye! 0-1's the count.
Dang it.
Ball. Two balls, 1 strike.
Cal Raleigh. 2-run homer. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with a base hit.
Nick Kerr.
Yeah! 0-2.
Ah, missed it. You know what? I think I'm going to turn off my heater. Because it is officially getting a little hot. Nick Kurtz with a home run? Beautiful. Jose Altuve with a base hit. This is great.
The batter, the left fielder.
Like, I like this.
Bellinger.
He's safe.
Now pitching. John Gernhardt.
Aye. Oh,
I dropped the PCI.
Aye. No balls, 2 strikes. 3.
Oh boy. I don't know. I mean, it's 6-run lead. I don't want to just assume that, you know, it's like this is going to be a win for me. I can't assume.
Out.
I guess as long as Clemens is pitching well, you know, then really it's okay.
Got him.
Batting 6.
See, now that I turned my heater off, now it's blowing cold air. Nice.
He's out.
But that's as far as I'm pushing it with Clemens. Clemens is coming out. Like 2 innings, that's good. Come on, Barger, you can still beat it. Let's go. It's not going to be a base hit, but it is going to lead to a run.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jacob Marcy.
And a home run. Yep, there we go. My opponent has had enough. All right. Well, hey, great game. And Jacob Marcy is now superfractored. Okay, so we did make some progress somewhere. Not sure where. I know I got the win, so... Nice! I'll take 25,000 subs. Ooh. We got some progress here. 15. So where did I get 15? Was it the hits? No, not the hits. Was it home runs? Yeah, there you go. Home runs. Because I was at Hank Thompson, so 15 got me Whitlock, Doby, and Henderson, plus 3 for the win. So now I only need 17. There we go. Which easily can be done with the hits. I'm not going to worry about the home runs at this point. Although I could get total bases. Maybe I could finish it today. Even that would be awesome. First, I'm going to sell Garrett Whitlock, Larry Doby, and Gunnar Henderson while I'm here. Because I don't need them. Oops. 7498. Beautiful. And if I go over here to the programs, change that. Thank you. Oh, just short. Just short of 2.6 million stubs. Well, like I said, there is, aside from the second half Heroes collection, which unfortunately is going to cost a pretty penny, even without Randy Johnson and Trey Turner. The other collection that I got to complete is the April Retro Lightning one, and I mean, still some expensive ones here, like pretty much the top row here is all over 60K, so that's 240K at least. Then you have Hunter Green, Tyler Mahle, and Chris Bubik, but maybe it doesn't matter at this point. Oh, there we go. Gunnar Henderson's going to put me over the mark. Not to mention, I do have these rewind packs to open up. But I wanna try and get the program done tonight. I have less than an hour to do it. So 15 total bases, which that could be 3 home runs and 3 singles right there. That's what it could be.
Leading off for New
Ooh,
Jersey,
a fellow
the
New
designated
Jersey,
hitter, Trey Turner.
fan or whatever. Who wins this matchup, New Jersey or New Jersey? My money is on the Garden State.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 4, Chiefs, Crow Armstrong.
Although, if I do finish this... Pitcher wasn't quick enough. I felt like I should have gone to... felt like I should have gone to first, or gone to second, but I didn't think I would get him.
That is fourth, the first baseman, number 35, Eric Hosmer. Batting fifth, the catcher, Jorge Posada.
Okay. I didn't think Guerrero Jr. needed to do that, but okay. As long as we get the out, that's all I care about.
Hey! All one's the count.
Hey, that's one single down, 2 to go.
Batting second, the center fielder, Jacob Marcy.
I think this Jacob Marcy card is very underrated. I don't think some people don't understand how good it is. It's like this guy can hit
No balls, 2
as well
strikes.
as run. Don't have too many of those combinations in
He's out.
the game today. So
Out. Hey! 0-1.
there we go. There's another base hit, and it's going to be a run for us as well. Again, not that I need the runs, but I mean, a win here means that I get up to the next reward that I could sell. And there we go. Nick Kurtz with the home run. Dang.
Out.
Great inning. So that was what? One single and 2 home runs away?
For the Fire, the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Those home runs are going to be the hardest, that's for sure.
Now pitching, John Duran.
I think that's going to be foul. Barely, but foul nonetheless.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. Why is Marcy the one that's trying to get this? That didn't make any sense. It actually made more sense for
The third baseman, Chipper Jones.
it would have been made more sense for left fielder to get it.
Hey! 0-1's
What?
the count.
The heck was that?
I got 1 One ball, one strike.
The batter, number 7, designated hitter, Trey Turner.
Wait a minute. What? You have Trey Turner as your DH? I must have thrown that fastball over the middle. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ball, that's in. Two the count.
And Duran gave it up. So 3-run first inning. Not only do we blow the lead, we give my opponent the lead. Get him out.
Now pitching, number 72.
Hey! 0-1. Foul!
Probably should have taken out Duran sooner. Maybe I could have prevented giving up the lead. Oh well. You live and you learn.
Ball. Nope, that's inside.
Dang it.
He's out.
Batting 8th, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
I gotta say, pretty bold by my opponent to go ahead and keep the starter. I mean, look, it's working. Despite no energy, it's working.
Ball, that's inside.
Now
Yeah, I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Legamina.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Alright, so that's it on the singles. Now I need 2 home runs. Or 4 doubles. Let's go! 1 more home run. One more. And this program is done. But that begs the question as to what I do what I'm gonna do next. Now I don't need a home run. Now I got a single, so even a triple or another single and a double will do it here. So I don't even need the home run.
Ball one. He's out.
Oh wow. At least we got the lead.
Now pitching. Tanner. Got.
Out.
Okay, so that's 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
Oh boy. And there we go. Blow the lead yet again. What a back and forth game between me and my opponent.
Chipper Jones.
Gotta try.
Nope. That's inside.
Okay. So I still have a chance to get this lead back.
Leading off for the Wolves, the first baseman, Vladimir.
I just hope my math is not off.
Junior.
Out. Ah. 0-2.
Yeah.
Out.
Okay. So now I just need a double and I should have the total bases.
That's a
Or if
ball.
Cody Ballinger wants to end this right now, hey, home run would do wonders.
Ball 2.
Now pitching, Roderi Munoz.
Ball 3. Hey. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Oh wow! Perfect line out to first. All right, well, GG's to my opponent. And I can't believe I let that slip away. But it's okay. Bellinger is now tier 4, although I do that is mostly because when I did my Yankees lineup grinding, he was part of that as my left fielder, and well, I got a lot of parallel XP with him. So, all right, let's just see if I'm right in the total bases. Yes, so I only need 2 hits. I get the 2 hits, and I'm done. Or even a double. A double will work. Have any one of my Larry Doby sold? As did Gunnar Henderson, but I think I already saw that. Well, anyway. But now I can take out both Marcy and Bellinger because they're both super fractured. So let's see. Who would be next up? Luis Gonzalez, maybe? He is at tier 3. Riley Green? Nah, I wasn't very good with Riley Green online. And I remember that. Yeah, see, I didn't even have an average over 200. So yeah, I think doing Luis Gonzalez would be the move here. As for center field, let's see. Mike Trout would be interesting. It's also this Trent Grisham. But I've only done 1 game with him. And he didn't even get an at-bat in that game. You know what? Let's go Trout. Because Grisham is going to get super fractured in the... he's going to get super fractured with the Yankees lineup. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Actually, there's an odd number. You know what? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Because this is literally... all I need is 2 hits. 2. Once I get those 2 hits, I'm done with the event. The multiplayer program is done. And maybe I'll call it a stream after that. Because, I mean, what's the point? Actually, it doesn't even need to be a hit. Or it doesn't even need to be 2 hits. It just needs to be... It could be a hit. Bunting in the event? Really?
Hey! 0-1's the count. No, inside. No, he's in there. Runner! Down.
What's up, Hoopin? Got him! Okay, well, I guess I get a free card now. I'm assuming you're talking about Pete Alonso. Look, I knew he wasn't coming back to the Mets. Like, it pretty much seemed... unless the Orioles and Red Sox were not being serious, I don't think he would. I didn't think he was coming back. But I think what frustrates me with Alonso, not with Alonso, but more of my frustrations with the front office of the Mets is that, this guy, let's think about this for a second. The beginning of 2025, all Met fans were on 253 watch. Okay? You had a guy who you were promoting. He's about to break the record, the Mets all-time record for home runs in a single career. You promote the heck out of him. He won you Rookie of the Year in 2019. He's a two-time home run derby champion. You do all this promoting, and then you turn around this offseason and you don't even make an offer. Like, what about 2024? When he hit that home run against the Brewers that allowed the Mets to move on to the NLDS. I mean, that means nothing.
Leading off for the Smokies, the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
I totally understand. That's why I don't blame Pete Alonso for leaving, especially when he got the 5 years that he wanted. He got that from Baltimore. And not only that, he got paid higher than how Schwarber did. So at the end of the day, he's making his money, and he's got the years, he's got the money, and that's it. There was a team willing to pay that. I don't think the Mets thought there was going to be anyone like that. No. Hoopin, Pete Alonso, we had to be the only offer for him to return. I think he was fed up with the Mets at this point.
He's out.
Last year did not help.
That's outside.
It sucks, because, look, it'd be one thing if we didn't let Diaz walk to less than 24 hours before Alonso signed. It wouldn't hurt as much, because it'd be like, okay, yeah, but we could still sign someone. But the fact that Diaz's signing came less than 24 hours before Alonso signed, now it hurts even more. Now, if you want to break up the core, fine. But
Inside ball.
my question then is, what were you doing signing Soto? Other than you wanted him to put butts in seats.
Batting third,
Like, if you were going to break up the core, then fine, break up the core, but make that clear. Oh, that did it! That did it! That right there, that's it. Well, no. I'm not calling for David Stearns to be fired right now, okay? After all, he has to be given a chance to be able to build his roster. All right? He's got to be given a chance. So fine. Build your roster, David Stearns. Build it. Show us that you know what you're doing. Because if you don't do that, guess what? We're going to be some of us are already calling for him to be fired, but I'm not among them. I just want to see what the plan is. You know, where do the Mets go from here? Do we rebuild and try to build through the draft or whatever? Yep, they're serious. They don't want. They see that the Mets are not going to be in contention this year. So why not? Why not let it be the Braves? All right. Well, that's it on the multiplayer program. There's nothing left for me to accomplish. So I guess I could do a quick play versus CPU game at La Graza, get some parallel XP with the Mets lineup. You know, another Mets target down. So what's the plan, David Stearns? You've checked in on Suarez, you've checked in on Tucker. Suarez is not here. Have you checked in on what's the plan? I'm going to sound like a broken record, but that's all I want to know is what's the plan?
Nope. 1-0. Hey. Hey. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Okay, so re-sign him if that's what they want to do. I mean, I was calling for that too. I was calling for them to re-sign Rogers. I didn't think he did bad last year.
Hey. No balls, 2 strikes.
But I mean, does he even want to come back?
Inside, ball 2.
Maybe he just wants to win. Maybe he wants to win. I don't see how the Mets are going to be able to, with the roster they've got right now, I don't know how they could possibly argue that. Because we have no one behind Juan Soto. I mean, Devin Williams is not Edwin Diaz by any stretch of the imagination. Strike 3, sit down. And you still don't have an ace. You said pitching was supposed to be a top concern for the Mets this offseason, and yet no movement on pitchers other than Devin Williams. They also said defense is a priority. Now I'm hearing that the Mets may make a trade for Wilson Contreras from the St. Louis Cardinals. So All I just want is a plan. I also heard that the Mets may platoon Jeff McNeil at first with Paul Goldschmidt. And it's like, McNeil is not a first baseman. And if you're gonna trade the core, hello, Jeff McNeil, he's not part of the core. I mean, I know the reason why they won't trade McNeil, and it's because of his versatility. The fact that he could play second and center, or anywhere in outfield, I think. I think he could play left or right, because I think that's what the Mets tried to do in 2023. They had him left field and right field. Why what? Why keep him? I just explained, because of his versatility.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 61.
And why am aging Paul Goldschmidt? I mean, maybe there's a reason the Yankees moved on from him. Or why they haven't made an effort to re-sign him. Just saying. Like, the Yankees might know something that the Mets don't, which also might explain why they were willing to move on from Devin Williams. But I guess we gotta give David Stearns a shot here. I will say, I think it should be a short leash. That's it. Yeah, but they don't want to have him every day. They want to platoon him. Because he doesn't hit well against righties, I guess. So that's why McNeil would move to first and you know, he would just platoon against righties. Yeah, exactly. But even I'm not a big fan of that move. I'm more of a fan of trading McNeil. Like, he's got value. It's not a lot. Well, whichever team needs a guy who can not only play second base, but can also play the outfield. I don't know. But we don't need Corey Seager. We have Lindor. I mean, Seager might be a good... He might be a good, like... He might be a good bat behind Soto, but... Yeah, but then you have a lefty DH. You can't play him against lefties every day. Like, if anything, the DH spot is the one that you platoon. But Ohtani plays every day.
Aye.
And Ohtani is a multi-time MVP. So Corey Seager, MVPs that he has won has been
Aye. 0-1.
World Series MVPs.
Ball.
And if the Mets don't get to the World Series, or if they don't get to the playoffs this year, which
Outside.
right now I don't see that happening, then what's the point of us having Seager?
2-2 the count.
In fact, hold on one second. He actually didn't have a bad 2025 season. I mean, he has a 6.2 WAR. He had a 6.2 WAR, so that's pretty good. A big drop, like 21 home runs. That he had over 30 his first 3 years, or first 3 seasons with the Rangers. Now he's at 21. That's not good. And his RBIs also dipped to 50 last year. Was he hurt? 102 games, so he didn't play every game. In fact, he played over half of the games. No All-Star, no MVP. I mean, and he's what? He's 31. And he's signed through 2031. So unless the Rangers are going to cover most of his contract, I don't see why the Mets would even try that. Because you're getting him until he's 39. And he's already starting on that downward trend. So I don't think Corey Seager is the option.
Aye. 0-1's the count.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
0-2. Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Aye.
Strike 3, sit out.
That's out. That's in. Ball 2.
Yeah, I hope you get better too, SP Champ. I'm glad that it's just a cold. I mean,
Batting third, the second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
No.
ooh,
Inside.
excuse me.
Aye. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
At least they're getting sick 2 weeks before Christmas. Believe me, getting sick around the holidays is not fun. I did that last year.
Leading off
Not
for the
fun.
Blue, the catcher, Gary Carter.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's what happens. Like, our bodies react to the fact that the weather is changing, that now we've gone into cold. I mean, I'm starting to, I just got over a viral infection. Me, I'm more of like the winter hat,
I got a ball,
gloves
one
kind of
strike.
guy. You know, I'm not a big fan of the ski mask, especially because, like, when I think of that or when I see that, I'm like, my first thought, and I don't mean to be like prejudiced towards anyone, but my first thought is, oh God, is this guy gonna, or is this person gonna commit a crime? I don't mean to be judgmental. It's just like, unfortunately, no one's convinced me that anyone wearing a ski mask has good intentions. Then again, I generally don't think that anyone, or a lot of, I don't think everyone has good intentions. You know, anyone can commit a crime at any point. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it. They don't want you to see their face. They don't want you to identify them. With cameras around too. Cameras are now everywhere, so you can be tracked.
Right now, ground rule double. Two bases, everybody.
I just generally don't say anything to people unless it's a situation where, you know, I need to say something or I have to say something. But otherwise, I will not interact with people. I do my best not to do.
Hey! 0-1.
And that's fine. You know?
Off the plate, ball one.
See, my turning point is when people start asking for money. That's where I'm like,
0-1, no
conversation
strikes.
over. No thanks. Or no, sorry, move on. I don't know what to tell you, SB Champ. mean, you've had a rough year in terms of sickness.
Now pitching for the White Sox.
Oh, wow, that's
Number
scary.
60, Ryan Hudson.
I'll tell you, the scariest thing I ever saw while I was in New York City, I was walking to Port Authority bus terminal. I don't remember if this was at night or early in the morning, but it was dark at the time. And yet I saw this guy, someone I think was on a bike or whatever, and he chased them, and he put like his fingers like a gun, and not, he didn't rob them, but he was like putting them running behind them with the gun in it, with the handgun in it, or not the handgun, his hands. He made his hands look like a gun. And he was just going like he wanted to shoot them. That was the scariest thing I've ever seen. I was like, okay, I'm going across the street. I'm not even gonna be in the same vicinity as that guy, because he may be doing gun gestures with his hands, but you know, for all I know, he could look at me and say, I'm gonna knock this kid out, and boom. Yeah, I just went across the street. I was like, I'm not getting anywhere in the person that was on the bike never even knew that. I don't think they ever knew that that guy did the gun gesture with his hands behind their head. And I don't think I ever saw them interact with that guy. So I don't even know what caused that guy to pick out the person on the bike, nor do I understand why he chose to do the gun, like the gun gesture. There are some crazy people in New York City, people that you don't want to mess with. All right, sounds good, SB Champ. I'm actually about to end in a couple minutes here. You know, I think I'll let it get to 2.5 hours, or maybe I'll even end the stream if
Batting, the second baseman, Jeff. Not here.
if you know, I get out here. Or Jeff McNeil can just hit a 2-run homer. I guess that works too. Actually, maybe I'll go one more time through the lineup. Either I get out, or I go through the lineup one time. What's that? What kind of app is that? Okay, that's kind of scary. But I mean, your phone already does that anyway. Except it could be stolen and people... people could just sell it and who knows where it goes.
Number 31.
Alright, that's about as much as I'm doing here. I don't think anyone... Oh, Carter got super factored. Okay. Siri got up to tier 4. Clark made it up to tier 2. Oh, Vientos got super factored. Well, now that just leaves me with no third baseman. I can't believe Soto and McNeil didn't get super factored. Can't believe that. Well, now I have no one for third base for the Mets. Because all of them are pretty much super factored at this point. Nah, don't worry about it. Actually, let me see. Is there... There should be a live series Brett Beatty, right? Well, is he even better? Is he better than... Yeah, he's better than Vientos. So we're going to move Piazza over to catcher. What pitcher? Oh, you're asking about the pitchers. No. No, they're not. Well, I mean, one of them is. That's Nolan McLean. And, let's see. Kodai Senga. No, not Senga. Who else is super factored for me? Let's see. Just go through the Mets lineup. Outrider is not super factored for me. Tom Seaver is not super factored. Maybe it's only Nolan McLean. Oh, no, wait. Live Series Diaz. He's super factored for me. Oh, no, he's not. And which Diaz was it? That was super factored. Well, anyway, John Franco is super factored for me. Pedro Martinez is super factored. So at least I have Pedro. I thought I had another version of Diaz that was super factored, but I guess not. Like I said, John Franco is super factored. Well, it's only because I'm playing at La Graza 2.0. If I wasn't playing at that, believe me, this would be taking a lot longer. All right, but that's going to do it for me, guys. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's on the left side of your screen there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start a stream. So overall, I mean, look, I thought I would make great progress today in the multiplayer program. I didn't think that I would finish it. So it's great that I finished it because, well, now I can focus on other stuff like, I could do mini seasons. I could do Diamond Quests, some of the conquests that I haven't even gotten to. There's a lot of stuff that I could do here. There's a lot of stuff. So, I know we're gonna have a new program tomorrow. That's there. I think, or actually, maybe. Oh no, we're not having a new program. It's just a new mini seasons. Oh, my bad. Okay, then I guess we're gonna have a new mini seasons. I thought we were gonna have a new player program, but not yet. Although the next Captain Blizzard program we're gonna get is on the 19th. So, I will try to figure out what it is that we could do for tomorrow. So I hope to see you all tomorrow, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern And until then, guys, have a good night.